Everyone's wish is to be better, Seneca reminds us. But we are often in the dark about how. This confusion, this longing for guidance, is not new. It belongs to every age. It whispered to the ancients as it whispers to us now. How should we live? How can we be good? What does it mean to endure, and to grow, in a world that offers both wonder and hardship? The Stoics offered their answer not in theory, but in practice. They stripped philosophy to its essentials: virtue, discipline, self-command. Not to complicate life, but to clarify it. They wrote for those struggling with grief, betrayal, temptation, distraction. They wrote for those, like us, navigating the swirl of emotions, obligations, and misfortune. Marcus Aurelius buried children, led troops in war, governed through plague, faced the disloyalty of friends. And yet, each morning, he returned to the page, to remind himself who he wished to be. His power was not imperial. It was internal. Seneca, writing from exile, told us grief need not be a prison. That we honor the dead through how we live. That anger and grudges are burdens we need not carry. Epictetus, once bound in chains, declared that the highest freedom is mastery of one's own mind. That no one can take from you the choice to act with integrity. These are not ancient curiosities. They are living tools. When a flight is delayed, when a friend disappoints, when a door closes, these are moments not of defeat, but of practice. We ask, does this stop me from being brave, just, wise, disciplined? If not, it is no true obstacle. And so, in every hour, we return to the path. Not in pursuit of perfection, but of progress. Not waiting for peace to come, but bringing peace with us, by the choices we make. We often divide life into victories and defeats, smooth paths and hard ones. But the Stoics looked upon such divisions with suspicion. The obstacle is the way, Marcus Aurelius wrote, not as comfort, but as challenge. A reminder that virtue is not found in ease, but in adversity. The rude neighbor is your chance to practice patience. The betrayal is a call to forgiveness. The chaos at work is your opportunity for calm. Life sends us training, not torment. Is a world without insult or injustice possible? Marcus knew it was not. And so, the wise do not curse such trials. They use them. Seneca warned us, success is not safety. Wealth tempts the soul. Fame distracts. It is better to master your desires than to fulfill them. When loss comes, we grieve, but we do not collapse. The Stoic lets sorrow sharpen perspective, not dim it. Marcus often meditated on death. Not out of morbidity, but clarity. Memento mori, remember you are mortal. Let that remembrance purify your choices. So, the practice continues. Rise early. Do good. Be disciplined. Forgive. Withhold judgment. Guard your time. Accept roles, but do not cling to them. Because always, the choice remains. Especially when things fall apart. This is what Epictetus prepared us for. Not to be spared pain, but to stand within it and say, I know who I am. And I know how I will meet this. And so we live. For thousands of years, Stoic philosophers have returned to a single, enduring question. How should we live? Their answers have never been abstract or hidden in mystery. They taught by example, by daily reflection, by how they met misfortune, success, insult, and temptation. What they offer is not a rigid doctrine, but a reliable compass for navigating life in a confusing, often chaotic world. Seneca said, everyone wishes to be better, but we're often in the dark about how. This collection of 30 principles is intended to illuminate the path. These are not theoretical musings, but lived truths. Grounded. Repeatable. They remind us that in every moment, we can choose to live with courage, justice, wisdom, and discipline. That we can, no matter the chaos, live with virtue. Principle 1. Life is the training ground. Life isn't waiting to begin once the challenges pass. The challenges are the life. The difficult people, the setbacks, the betrayals, these are not detours but part of the path itself. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, we were made for this. The work of becoming who we are meant to be is done through direct engagement with these trials, not avoidance. A Stoic doesn't ask for ease. They prepare for resistance. When life feels hard, know that you are in the middle of training. Show up to it with commitment. This is the work. This is where you grow. Principle 2. The obstacle is the way. When Marcus Aurelius writes about the obstacle becoming the way, he isn't musing philosophically, he's confronting the real experience of dealing with frustrating people. That delay, that criticism, that difficult relationship, these are the proving grounds of virtue. They give you a chance to practice restraint, clarity, and courage. To wish they would vanish is to wish away your own growth. Instead, Stoicism asks us to lean in. Let the difficulty form your character. Let it show you who you are and who you could become. Principle 3. You control the response. Epictetus taught that while we don't control external events, we do control our response. Someone insults you. Life deals you a tough hand. The world doesn't ask for your permission. But your interpretation, your behavior, that's yours. Always. This is the foundational power of Stoicism, the choice to respond with reason, not reaction. With principle, not impulse. When all else feels out of control, remember this, it never is. Principle 4. Don't seek a third thing. You helped someone. They benefited. That is the end of the transaction. Marcus says the bee doesn't wait for applause after pollinating the flower, it simply moves on. Your job is to do the right thing. Not to be seen doing it. Not to be thanked. It is ego that whispers, but where is my recognition? Let it go. What matters is that you acted with virtue. That's the only true reward. Principle 5. Stay even-keeled. The Stoics saw the chaos of public opinion, the pull of the crowd, the roar of the Colosseum, all of it as noise. Today, we face social media, breaking news, and endless digital outrage. The task hasn't changed. Stay grounded. Be like the rock against which waves crash and break. Hold fast to your values. Let the storm pass around you without stealing your peace. Principle 6. Expect the annoying. Marcus Aurelius asked himself plainly, is it possible to live in a world without irritating people? No, it isn't. So when you encounter one, don't act surprised. This was bound to happen. It's part of the statistical makeup of the world. Practice patience not in spite of this truth, but because of it. This is one of them. Accept it. Move on. Your calm is your responsibility. Principle 7. Let go of grudges. Anger is heavy. Grudges are chains. And no grudge survives us. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that those who once raged about slights are long gone, along with those slights. Why carry what time itself will erase? Free yourself. Forgive not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Principle 8. Virtue is built, not born. No one is born calm under pressure, free from ego, or immune to anger. Those traits are forged through repeated practice. Marcus didn't write meditations because he had mastered Stoicism, he wrote because he was trying to. Don't look at others and say, they're just built differently. That lets you off the hook. Start where you are. Build from there. Principle 9. Own the morning. Marcus Aurelius asked himself why he should get out of bed. Because he had work to do. Not work for applause, but the essential labor of being human, to help, to serve, to lead. Your morning is your foundation. Set your course before the world hijacks your attention. Wake early. Reflect. Prepare. Principle 10. No one owes you anything. Someone was rude. Someone ignored you. Someone failed to show appreciation. So, they don't owe you courtesy, thanks, or fairness. Your job is to be good, regardless. Don't let others dictate your behavior. Rise above. Not out of superiority, but out of principle. Principle 11. The color of your thoughts. Your life is shaped by what you dwell on. If you see only the bad, you'll find more of it. If you look for the good, you'll begin to see it everywhere. Marcus said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Guard your attention. Choose thoughts that build, not erode. Cultivate your inner landscape with care. Principle 12. You don't need an opinion. You don't need to weigh in on everything. You don't have to label every event, every comment, every outcome. Epictetus said, "Events themselves are not asking for your judgment." Sometimes, peace comes not from solving, but from abstaining. Practice the power of withholding opinion. Principle 13. Fortunate, not unfortunate. It is unfortunate this happened, Marcus began to write. Then he corrected himself, "No, it is fortunate that it happened to me." Why? Because he was prepared. Because he had trained for adversity. Because character is forged in fire. When difficulty comes, say, "Good. This is my chance to practice." Principle 14. Wealth can corrupt. Stoicism isn't just a tool for those in hardship. It's also a safeguard against excess. Power, wealth, and praise can erode character more subtly than suffering. Marcus Aurelius ruled the known world. But he warned himself constantly, don't be Caesarified. Don't become arrogant. Let success be your servant, not your master. Principle 15. Nothing lasts. The Stoics reminded themselves that even Alexander the Great and his mule driver met the same end. Fame, status, possessions, all vanish. So what endures? Your choices. Your character. Choose humility. Let go of the illusion of permanence. Principle 16. Use power well. Marcus used his influence to improve laws, protect the vulnerable, and reduce cruelty. Power is not evil, but it is a test. Let your authority serve justice. Ask, am I using this power to lift others up or to serve myself? The answer reveals everything. Principle 17. Memento mori. You could leave life right now. That isn't morbid. It's motivating. It reminds you not to waste time, not to delay kindness, not to put off what matters. Carry this thought with you. Let it purify your intentions. Let it bring urgency to your values. Principle 18. Do the right thing anyway. You're tired. You're overwhelmed. It's unfair. So what? You still know what the right thing is. That's what matters. The Stoic doesn't wait for ideal conditions. They act rightly regardless. That's discipline. That's freedom. Principle 19. Character is the goal. Not reputation. Not status. Not likes or praise. Who you are when no one is watching, that is the measure. The world can take everything from you, but it cannot take your integrity. Guard it fiercely. Principle 20. Choose your ancestors. You can't choose your bloodline, but you can choose your lineage of the soul. Follow those who inspire. Trace your roots to greatness of character. Seneca said we can adopt any teacher we admire. Let your mentors be philosophers. Let your footsteps echo theirs. Principle 21. The best revenge. The Stoics knew the real revenge is not becoming like the people who hurt you. Marcus wrote, "The best revenge is to not be like them." Don't repay cruelty with cruelty. Rise above. Let your actions show who you are, not who they were. Principle 22. Grace is a choice. When Marcus Aurelius faced betrayal, he didn't seek blood. He sought an example. He wanted to show future generations there was another way. When his enemy was killed, he wept. Not from weakness, but because he had lost the chance to show mercy. That is grace. That is strength. Principle 23. Forget to eat, not to think. Get so absorbed in your mission that lesser things fall away. The Stoics were not ascetics, but they knew the power of focus. Feed your mind daily. Reflect. Study. Journal. Build the habit of thinking clearly and deeply. Principle 24. The greatest empire. Seneca wrote, "The greatest empire is to rule oneself." Many have conquered cities but been slaves to anger, lust, or fear. You want real power? Gain command of your impulses. That is an empire no one can take from you. Principle 25. Know your path. You weren't made to follow the crowd. You were made to walk your own path, firmly, steadily. Seneca called it euthymia, confidence in your course. Know what matters to you. Let others be distracted. Principle 26. Laugh, don't cry. Life is absurd, painful, beautiful, ridiculous. The Stoic doesn't despair. They don't rage. They smile. Not out of denial, but clarity. Laugh when it hurts. Laugh when the plans fall apart. Because you know the one thing still in your control, your response. Principle 27. Wear out. Don't rust out. Seneca asked, "What do you have to show for your time?" Don't hoard your energy. Use it. Invest it. Let yourself wear out from effort, not decay from inaction. Live in such a way that every year reflects growth, courage, and contribution. Principle 28. Imagine, don't dread. Premeditation of adversity isn't about fear. It's about preparation. Seneca said the blow you don't expect hurts most. Visualize what could go wrong, not to suffer twice, but to be ready. Imagine. Then meet it with clarity. Principle 29. Protect your time. You guard your money, but your time is more precious and more easily stolen. Don't give it away to trivialities, to needless drama, to people who waste it. Seneca said time is the only thing we lose without knowing its value. Treat it as sacred. Principle 30. Taxes of life. Delays, criticism, tedious tasks, these are the taxes of life. They aren't personal. They aren't unfair. They just are. Pay them gladly. They are the cost of being alive, of doing meaningful things. Don't resist them. Budget for them.